Hi, Christine here with Tau Canine to talk about distraction training. Distraction is when we train a dog to ignore something very interesting and instead to be attentive to you. The things we want them to ignore could include food that's been dropped on the floor, a dog as you're walking past them on a walk, a squirrel up ahead, children who are running and being erratic, medicine that gets dropped on the ground. There's a lot of things that we want our dog to not automatically go for because they think it's interesting. Now, the way we train this is usually we start with some kind of squeaky toy and always have treats ready. And as you can see, I have Brody on the leash at the beginning. Once your dog understands the training process, they may not need to be leashed. So have treats in your hand ready to go to reward the correct behavior. Remember, the quicker you can deliver that treat, the quicker your dog's understanding develops of what you expect them to do. Sit, good boy. So the first phase of the leave it would be with a toy. Go out to the Dollar Tree or Walmart and get the cheapest squeaky toy you can find and use it solely for distraction training. Don't let it be a toy they play with all the time, because then all of a sudden you're going to grab it for training and something they've just been chewing on and really enjoying it, you're telling them they can't have. And that's something down the road you want your dog to understand. But at the beginning, let's be clear and simple with our expectations of our dog. You can never have this, is what we're teaching them, okay? So I have treats ready to go. The first thing I would do is just wave this in front of my dog. And at the beginning, they're allowed to be interested. They can look at it. We just don't want them jumping and trying to grab it. So I would say, leave it and wave this in front of my dog, and he is not going for it. I'm going to reward that. Good, leave it. And then once they are really not going for it when you just wave it, then you can add the squeak, which adds an element of interest. Leave it. You saw his ears go up, definitely interested, but he knows that leave it means you can't go for it, okay? So keep in mind that you might in the morning just wave it and reward, maybe 5 times. And in the afternoon, you might wave it, give a reward, and then add the squeak in the afternoon for that added difficulty and reward. And that might be all for the first day. The second day of distraction training, because remember, we don't want to move through this too quickly. We want our dog's brain to have time to really absorb the expectation of what we want. And sometimes in training, we can move too quickly, and then we wonder why all of a sudden our dog isn't doing what we want them to do. It's because we made the jumps too fast. The second day of distraction training, you would still start with just waving it around, leave it, and rewarding. And then you could move to the squeak, right? Good, leave it. You can even get a little bit closer to them. To add difficulty, have them do eye contact before you reward. So I have my treat ready to go. I'm going to give it a squeak. Watch me. Good. That builds the behavior, not just that they don't go for the treat, but that they look at you in the face of something interesting. Let's see if he does it automatically. It's been a while since I've trained this, but let's see. Oh, he's looking at my hand. He knows a treat's coming. Watch me. Good boy. Good boy. Now then, you're going to do that the second day. And if they're really good at the leave it and they start to look at you, you can then move on to dropping the squeaky in front of them. Now, keeping in mind that we're setting our dog up for success so they do what we want and we can reward the positive behavior over waiting for them to mess up and then kind of correcting them harshly for the wrong behavior. The worst thing I could do is just throw this at him or throw it at him too closely, right? Setting him up for success. Brody, sit. I'm going to say leave it, and I'm actually going to drop it away from him. And when he, no, I wouldn't reward that. Leave it. There, now he's got it, and you can see he's looking at me, right? So throwing it a little bit to the side, even like a yard to the side, a yard to the front, rewarding when they don't go for it. If they do go for it, a gentle that sound of means you didn't do the right thing. You don't have to yank on your leash and tug and get angry. It's just, oh, you messed up. Put them back in the sit. Try it again. And dogs usually learn this very quickly. They want that treat. They are trying to figure out, what do you want me to do? Okay? If they keep going for it and they keep going for it and you isn't working, then you can have your hand on that leash, leave it. You can drop it and just don't allow them a lot of leash to go for it. And then reward when you don't feel them pulling on that leash to get it. Good boy. Good boy. Then you can gradually start moving that dropped toy closer and closer to them with the Leave It. The beautiful thing about Leave It is you'll start to notice that the Leave It becomes your dog's default. Over time, you don't even have to say Leave It. It will just become the understanding your dog has that they're not allowed to go for something until you tell them they can. Here's one other way to do Leave It's involving treats. So, Leave It. Good boy. So I would have two treats, one in my left hand and one in my right. Ideally, one is going to be yummier than the other. The yummier treat could be some cut up cheese stick or hot dog, something yummier than your normal training treat. You would hold your normal, and I'm gonna drop my leash here, hold your normal training treat in your hand in such a way that your dog can see it and lick it and smell it, but they can't take it from you. So I normally put it between my thumb and my forefinger. They can lick it and see it, but they usually can't grab it from me. Then I'm gonna have the even yummier treat in another hand. Here's how this would work. I would take the normal treat and put it in front of my dog's nose. Let him know it's there, okay? Even let him lick it a little bit. And then you're gonna say, Leave It. And that's what we want. You see how he dropped his chin and looked away? He knows now it was worth leaving this to get something even yummier. Good, leave it. So keep in mind, this took months, y'all, of training. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through how to do this. So present the normal treat, let him lick it and sniff it, and then you're going to say, Leave It. Now, what you're looking for is that your dog drops his chin or looks away for any reason. It can be because they hear somebody yell, another dog kind of walks by. If for any reason they drop their chin or look away, you reward with that yummier treat. And then they're gonna start to make the connection of, oh, if I stop paying attention to that one, I get something even more delicious. Now, if you're doing this and ooh, your dog is really into that treat, and no matter what you say, he won't stop licking and sniffing and licking and sniffing, and you're saying, Leave It, Leave It, and you can make your voice start to sound disappointed in their choices, Leave It, and they're still not looking away. That's when you can go ahead and make eye contact using the yummier treat. Watch me. Give them that yummier treat. Now this is the training, right, of I've just presented this to you, but look what I have, it's yummier. So again, you present, Leave It if they don't stop licking. And I'm talking after maybe 30 seconds. Go ahead and make eye contact with the yummier treat. Boom. And keep doing that. And you're gonna start to notice that your dog is going to give up a little bit earlier, if not even automatically not go for something. Because they know that this training, they know that other treat is coming. Leave it. That's what we want. Let's watch it again. Treat, leave it. His default is I don't go for it. Another treat is coming. Okay? So that is Leave It. Give it a try. Good boy.